So in the meantime, you can already prepare something to sit on before we start. It's good to have some height under the butt, so as you know, so you can use a blanket or a bolster if you have, whatever you need. תיקחו לכם בינתיים כבר הגבהה לאגן, שתוכלו לשבת לאינבוקיישן, ואנחנו תכף נתחיל, חכה שכולם יתחברו. אם יש לכם איזושהי בעיה, אתם לא שומעים, כל דבר כזה או אחר, תשלחו לי הודעה, כי נדב עם הטלפון שלי. If you have any difficulties, you can send me a message because my husband is with the phone. Okay, so we'll begin. I will speak in English because we have people from different countries watching and doing yoga at the same time, so it's very special. So sit straight on the edge of your blankets, but I will speak slowly and as clear as I can, and if you need translation, I will get it. I will feel it and I will translate in Hebrew, okay? Don't worry. So pull the butt back. So you're sitting on the buttock bones and release your knees into the arches of your feet. See that the arches of the feet are placed under the knees, that the feet are not too close to you or too far, so that you have these dents of the arches that are receiving the knees into them. And if the knees are very high, try to sit higher to allow the knees to come down. Then see that your inner groins are perpendicular, נפסעות פנימיות מאונחות לרצפה. See that you're not tilting the pelvis forward nor back, but keeping the entire pelvis perpendicular, the sides of the pelvis parallel, front and back and sides, parallel to each other. Then place the fingers behind you and lift the sides of the chest. Roll the shoulders back and down and stretch the edges of the neck. So see that the edges of the neck, הצדדים של הצוואר, are growing towards the ears and that the bones behind the ears are staying perpendicular to the floor, not leaning back, not leaning forward. If you are doing this, then you will see that you're looking exactly to the front and not up nor down. So look straight ahead so that the eyes are in the center. Eyeballs are in the center of the eye sockets. תסתכלו ישר לפנים. Then inhale, lift the chest, exhale, release the diaphragm, release the abdomen so that there's no tension in the abdomen or in the diaphragm. And then keeping the chest lifted and open, slowly bring your hands to the front, place the hands together, close your eyes, exhale fully to release any tension from the shoulders, from the upper back. Use the inhalations to keep spreading the collarbones sideways. תפרסו את עצמות הבריח לצדדים. Use the exhalations to soften the skin of the face, the skin of the head, the skin of the upper back and the shoulders. So the inhalations, you're using them to lift and open like a flower, growing, spreading, opening its petals. The exhalations, use them like a softener to soften yourself, to melt whatever tension has sprouted, has risen. You try to soften that tension, release that tension. תשתמשו בשאיפות כדי לצמוח ולהיפתח. תשתמשו בנשיפות כדי לרכך ולהרפות. Feel the vertebrae of the spine and see that you are moving the bottom vertebrae, the vertebrae of the lower back, up into the upper back, and the vertebrae of the upper back front towards the hands. תרימו את החוליות של עמוד השדרה בגב התחתון מעלה אל הגב העליון, ואת החוליות של הגב העליון תביאו קדימה לכיוון כפות הידיים. Then breathe softly, gently, and prepare for the invocation. Yogena chittasya padena vacham malam sharirasya chavaityakena yopakarotam pravaramuninam patanjalim pranjaliranatosmi abahu pushakaram Shankachakra Siddharinam Sahasra Shirasam Shvetam Pranamami Patanjalim Hari Om. Once more, relax the face, completely dropping the skin of the face down and spreading the skin of the face from the center line sideways. שוב רקחו את אור הפנים מטה ולצדדים. Then inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, bow your head down. הרימו את החזה בשאיפה, הרכימו את הראש בנשיפה. הניחו את גב כף היד על הירכיים. Place the back of the hands on your thighs. Slowly lift your head and open your eyes, watching the floor. Okay. Yoga Mudra. So, use the length of your mat. Open the knees sideways. If the floor under you is hard, you can put some support, some blanket under you, or be on a rug. But if you have wooden floor or any type of soft floor, then you can just go straight on. Open the knees a little bit wider than the hips. Bring the big toes together, sit on the heels, and then slowly go forward. Stretch the sides of the trunk forward. Watch that the hands are in line with the trunk, and use the middle finger to stretch the sidelines of the trunk more and more forward. Use that middle finger, stretch it very strongly to stretch the center of your hand, center of your wrist, center of your forearm, center of your elbow, and center of your arm. Then pressing the entire hand into the floor, let the head descend towards the floor, towards the mat, and roll the skin of the forehead towards the eyebrows. גלגלו את אור המצח לכיוון הגבות. Press the hands more and more into the floor to bring your armpits down, but lift the elbows up. קרבו את בתי השכי לרצפה, אבל תרימו את המרפקים גבוה למעלה. And breathe. Exhale, releasing the back ribs more and more into the floor. Roll the shoulders out, away from your ears, but again, keeping the elbows completely straight. See that you are reaching the sidelines of the body from the sides of the hips all the way to the tips of your pinky fingers. Stretch the sidelines of the body. Open more and more, like an accordion. Open the sidelines of the body and breathe. Exhale again, release any tension from the throat, the neck, the diaphragm, the abdomen. Press the hips down and open the chest. See that you are not collapsing and closing the chest. Tuck the toes under, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Keeping the elbows straight, stretch the legs. Now there is space between the feet. So you are in the width of your shoulders, hands in the width of the shoulders, and feet are in line with the hands, also in the width of the shoulders. Transfer the weight back into your feet. Now lift the inner groins very high up, inner groins high up into the pelvis, and push from the hands the thighs far back. More and more take the thighs back, pressing the hands into the floor, stretching the elbows, and stretching the armpits as well. Make the armpits very, very long. And watch how the more you make the armpits long, the more you are making the shoulder blades long. תמתחו עוד ועוד, תאריכו עוד ועוד את בתי השכי כדי למתוח את השכמות ולהפוך את השכמות לארוכות, ארוכות, ארוכות. Transfer more and more the weight to your legs. Thighs far back and keep the ears between the arms. Now breathe, opening the sidelines of the body. Stretching the side ribs, stretching the sides of the trunk. Bend the knees once more, Yoga Mudra. Big toes together. At any time, if you feel tired, if this is too intense, you go back down to Yoga Mudra and rest, and then you rejoin, okay? Be at your own pace. Listen to your own body. Okay, stretching the side ribs forward once more. Yoga Mudra, opening the sidelines of the body, pressing the hands into the floor, open wide the fingers. See that you are stretching the skin that is between the fingers. Stretch the elbows, lift the elbows, and bring the armpits down. Now make the armpits long, long, long to make the shoulder blades long. Once more, Adho Mukha Svanasana, dog pose. Go up, space between your feet, tuck the toes under. Inhale, and with an exhalation, transfer the weight into your legs. Push the front of the ankles back. Then push the shin bones back. Then push the thigh bones even more back. אז תלחצו את הקרסוליים הקדמיים לאחור, ואז עוד יותר מזה את השוקיים לאחור, והכי הרבה את הירכיים לאחור. כאילו אתם רוצים שהירכיים יהיו מאחורי העקבים, like you want the thighs to be behind the heels. Now pressing the hands into the floor, stretch the shoulder blades, stretch, stretch, stretch the shoulder blades, stretch the armpits, and open completely the chest. Then walk forward, Uttanasana or half Uttanasana. Uttanasana מלאה, אתם מביאים את האגן בקו עם כפות הרגליים ומשחררים את הראש. אם הגב לא מאפשר, אם אתם מתכווצים או אם הידיים לא מגיעות לרצפה, אתם הולכים לקיום. This is for those who can't do full Uttanasana. You do half Uttanasana this way. Okay? So you are either in half Uttanasana or in full Uttanasana. Release any tension from the brain. So if you're in full Uttanasana, drop the head down and breathe. שחררו את הראש ונשמו. Lift more and more the back of the thighs. Lift more and more the buttock bones and roll the entire pelvis to the trunk. Breathe, exhale, and release any tension from the abdomen. So widen the abdomen. תרחיבו את הבטן עוד ועוד. Then place the hands once more for Adho Mukha Svanasana and walk back. If you went to the wall, come back to the center. Adho Mukha Svanasana, transfer the weight to your legs. Push the front ankles back. Push the shins even more back. And then push the thighs the most back. Now bring your feet together. קרבו את כפות הרגליים, תצמידו את הרגליים. Inhale, and with an exhalation, lift the right leg up. See that you are not moving the shoulder blades out of the body. Tuck the shoulder blades in and lift the right leg so it's in line with your trunk. Try to bring it in line with your trunk. Stretch the inner right leg, lift the inner left groin, and come to Yoga Mudra. And if you don't, you go ahead and join to the other side. Inhale. Exhale, lift the left leg, push evenly the hands into the floor. Watch that your elbows are straight, shoulder blades long, long, long and tucked into the body. Stretch the inner side of the left leg and lift the groins up. תמתחו את רגל שמאל הפנימית ותרימו את שתי המפסעות הפנימיות, במיוחד בצד ימין, especially the right inner groin. Lift, push the hands into the floor and come back. Open between the feet, transfer the weight into the legs, then walk slowly forward. Uttanasana. So you can release the arms in Uttanasana. In case the arms are already aching, don't be worried about it. The pain will go away. You are giving a good supply of blood now into the shoulders and into the arms. You can even look and see that the arms begin to get a nice red color when you do this. Release the head, transfer the weight forward, mishkal kadima. See that you're not hanging the butt back like this, you see? Transfer the weight forward and drop the head completely. Once more, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Place the hands, walk back. Last time, transfer the weight into your legs. Bring the feet together. Now push from the hands to make the shoulder blades very long and lift the right leg up. Don't turn it out. See that the toes are facing down. Stretch the inner side of the right leg and lift the left inner groin. Now push the hands, Straighten the elbows and bring the shoulder blades in. Change. Right leg down. Bring the shoulder blades back in. Inhale. With an exhalation, lift the left leg. Stretch the inner left leg. Lift both inner groins up. Push from the hands to make the shoulder blades long, 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 long. Open the chest. Then come back. Walk forward. Uttanasana. This time you can hold your ankles. Stretch the chin forward, back of the ankles. תחזיקו קרסוליים אחוריים. And with an exhalation, bend the elbows and release the head down. So holding the ankles, you are pulling the legs towards the trunk and the trunk down. תחזיקו את הקרסוליים עם הרעיון שאתם רוצים לקחת את הרגליים אל הגב, לא את הגב אל הרגליים. הגב יורד ישר למטה והרגליים באות אל הגב. Inhale, come up. And we're going to go to the wall. If you don't have a wall, don't worry about it. Stay in the center. If you have a wall, you have a wall. You just have to move the things from the wall, right? So it's a good thing to have a clean space on some wall in the house so you can use that wall for practice. אם אין לכם מקיר פנוי, תישארו באמצע החדר. אם יש לכם, bring the hands against the wall so the hands are like this. Okay? אגודל ואינדקס כנגד הקיר. אדו מוקה שוונאסנה. Dog pose with your hands against the wall. Once more, you're going to push the wall. Now you have this help from the wall. You can push the wall, push the hands into the wall, and push the hands down, all for the sake of stretching the shoulder blades and opening the chest. Transfer the weight back. הרעיון בלחיצת כפות הידיים על הקיר זה האורך והמתיחה של השכמות. שכמות מלבניות ארוכות, ארוכות, ארוכות. Second thing, lift the inner groins and make the inner legs long, 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 long. Now bring the feet together. One more time, we're going to lift the legs. So inhale. Without letting the upper back go close to the wall, lift the right leg. בלי לתת לגב העליון להתקרב אל הקיר, תרימו את רגל ימין. תמתחו את הקו הפנימי של רגל ימין. תמתחו את השכמות, תרימו את המפסע השמאלית הפנימית, ותפתחו מקסימום את החזה. תחליפו. רגל ימין למטה, change, right leg down, inhale, and with an exhalation, lift the left leg. Don't turn the pelvis, stay with the pelvis facing the floor, toes of the left foot facing the floor, and move the upper back away from the wall. Open the chest, elbows straight, don't bend the elbows. I know you're bending the elbows, straighten them. Go back, Yoga Mudra. Bend the knees and breathe. You can keep pushing the wall, so see that you are in the right space. Keep pushing the wall in Yoga Mudra and make the shoulder blades long. תמשיכו לדחוף את הקיר עכשיו. שכמות ארוכות, 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 ארוכות. And then slowly come back. Come up. Change. Heels against the wall. אם אתם עושים באמצע החדר, תדמיינו את ההתנגדות הזו של הקיר. If you do without the wall, you imagine this resistance from the wall. So spread the hands very well, open completely the palms, and bring the heels against the wall, like this. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Again, shoulder blades very long and into the body. Bring them into the chest to support the chest and open the chest. Press especially the inner heels into the wall, and lift the inner groins up. תחצו עקבים פנימיים אל הקיר, תרימו מפסעות פנימיות. Now bring the feet together in the center of the mat. Inhale. With an exhalation, lift the right leg up on the wall. If this is difficult, you can walk your hands a little bit more forward, okay? If this is easy, you can walk the hands a little bit back, but don't go all the way in. Those of you who know the more advanced pose, stay with the hands out. I want still a diagonal line. Now with the foot on the wall, you can feel the toes. I want you to bring all the toes into the wall, also the pinky. Okay? תשימו לב שכל הגאונות על הקיר, גם הבוין הקטנה. And then lift the inner groins, especially the left inner groin. Stretch the shoulder blades and bring them towards the wall. Open the chest, breathe. Then change. Right leg down if you need. You can rest in between like this. Let's all rest. Let's all rest a moment. Vajrasana. But While you are resting, keep the shoulder blades long, keep them supporting the chest, and keep the chest open. And change. Okay, other leg. Place the hands, go up, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Then keep the right foot in the center and bring the left leg up. See that all of the toes are touching the wall. Lift the inner groin, stretch the shoulder blades and open the chest, bring the chest more and more towards the wall. Not the head, don't push the head, keep the head between the arms and push the chest, open the chest, top chest. Lift the inner groins, release the abdomen. Then take the left leg down. One last stretch, Vajrasana. Sit in Vajrasana. Back of the hands on your thighs and breathe. Keep the chest open. Roll the shoulders back. Roll the arms from inside out. Look straight ahead. Don't look here and there. And now you're gonna go to half Uttanasana one more time. Those of you who have done it, if you didn't do it before, you're all gonna do it now. So place the hands more or less in the height of the shoulders. Walk back. And again, go with the idea that you are pushing the wall to stretch the shoulder blades. Stretch and make the shoulder blades longer and longer, more and more rectangular, and bring them into the chest. So you want to open the chest, bring the chest towards the floor, but not the lower back. So keep the lower back long by pushing the thighs back. ירכיים צריכות לדחוף לאחור כדי לשמור על האורך של החלק התחתון של עמוד השדרה. שכמות ארוכות אל תוך החזה, elbow straight, מרפקים ישרים, ותפתחו עוד ועוד את החזה. הרגליים אקטיביות. Legs are active, push the feet into the floor, lift the thighs and push the thighs back. Then slowly walk towards the wall. Now we're going to do exactly the same, but upside down. So the hands will be down, the feet will be on the wall. And if you have your period, you're going to sit in Dandasana like this. בנות במחזור, אתן יושבות עכשיו כך, בדנדסנה. מגעצות את כל הגב אל הקיר ומותחות את הרגליים, ואם הישבן בורח מהקיר לשים סמיכה. Okay, the rest, you're going to start from Dandasana, and then on the line of the heels, you're going to put the heel of the hand. על הקו שבו היו העקבים שלכם, בדנדסנה, תמדדו, אתם שמים את שורש כף היד, פורסים את כפות הידיים, and then slowly you walk up the wall. Don't go too far up. You have to go only to the height of the pelvis and then push the feet into the wall. Now, if you're falling from here, you can cheat a little by taking the hands forward. But the point of having the hands near is to work on the shoulder blades. Stretch the shoulder blades and bring them in. Stretch the shoulder blades and bring them in. Push the hands and lift the shoulders up. Then slowly walk down. And again, rest in Vajrasana. אז אם זה קשה, לכו עם הידיים עוד קדימה. אם אתם הולכים עם הידיים עוד קדימה ומרימים את הרגליים יותר למעלה, הזווית נהיית יותר אפשרית, אבל היא גם פחות עובדת על השכמות, בגלל זה קל יותר. אז לאט לאט אתם מנסים ליצור את הזווית הישרה הזו, כדי למתוח את השכמות ולקחת אותם פנימה. Interlock the fingers, Parvatasana, in Vajrasana. Now again, focus on the shoulder blades. Make the shoulder blades rectangular. Long, 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 lift them, and then bring them into the chest to open the chest. Press the thighs down and against each other to keep the lower back long. And release. One more time. You're going to press the hand to the floor. Measure the distance. תמדדו את המרחק. Measure the distance. If your arms are tired, you can just rest in Vajrasana without doing a second time, okay? And the girls who have their period from Dandasana, this time you're going to raise the arms up and use the fingers to stretch the shoulder blades more and more, okay? The rest of you, without your period today, you go up the wall with your legs, So we don't do any inversions when we're on our period. You should know that. Okay? לא עושים תנוחות הפוכות בזמן המחזור. בזמן המחזור החודשי. Push the thighs up to stretch the lower back. Push the hands into the floor to stretch the shoulder blades. And now those of you who want, you can keep the left foot on the wall and raise the right leg. But don't let the pelvis turn. Keep the thighs as if they are pressing against each other. Stretch the inner right leg and lift the inner left groin. Change. Change. Of course, you need to do this. Otherwise, the people in the house are going to get mad at you that you made the wall dirty. So stretch the left inner leg. Lift the right inner groin. Stretch the shoulder blades. Bring them in more and more. Then take the left foot down. And come down. Vajrasana. Breathe. So it was important for me to make a class a little bit more strong, a little bit more active, because you are staying in the house and not doing a lot, yeah, in terms of physical. I know your head is doing a lot, but physically we are a little bit becoming stoned, like a stone. Okay, change the cross of the fingers, turn the hands, inhale, and with an exhalation, lift the arms up. So this activity is important to bring, again, the flow of the blood into the muscles, into the cells. Push the thighs into each other. Lift the lower back up. So you're not pushing it forward. Lift it up. Then make the shoulder blades long. Bring them in. Push them in. Of course, the ladies who have their period can join us now. הבנות במחזור גם יכולות לעשות את זה. לסיים דנדסנה ולהצטרף. Stretch the shoulder blades, lift the shoulder blades, lift the armpits, make the armpits long, then release. Good. One last time, Adho Mukha Svanasana, regular Adho Mukha Svanasana, with your heels on the wall. Push from your hands, stretch the shoulder blades, and bring the chest towards the wall. Chest towards the wall, breathe. Open the chest more and more, lift the inner groins. Then walk forward, Uttanasana. This time we're going to hold the arms, Baddha Hasta Uttanasana, and go down. If you cannot do Uttanasana, Ido, of course, Kamuvan Chatzi Uttanasana. Yeah, those of you who do half Uttanasana, you do half Uttanasana. Then inhale, lifting the elbows, exhale, release. Now you can choose, either you do one more time Adho Mukha Svanasana with your hands against the wall, or you go up to full arm balance, and I will show you how. You can also just practice going up. Okay, בנות במחזור, רק Adho Mukha Svanasana עם הידיים אל הקיר כרגע. Those of you who go up to full arm balance, if you don't have your period, you can try. Hands are about one hand distance away from the wall, elbows stretched, shoulder blades stretched, and I'm going to kick with one leg to throw the other one up. Inner groins high. So watch. You can watch one time and then try. I'm pushing one leg and kicking the other to go up. Then you can release the head, bring the tailbone forward, push from the hands to stretch the shoulder blades and bring them in. Try. Even if you've never done this, you can try going up 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, and then slowly come down. Uttanasana. So you can give it a few tries. And those of you who are not doing this because you have your period, you can just stay in Adho Mukha Svanasana. And then go to Yoga Mudra. Bend the knees and go down. Okay, those of you who are doing full arm balance, you can try one more time. You can also just start by transferring the weight into your arms, like this. Transfer the weight to your arms. And see that your shoulder blades are having this capacity of getting this weight. Okay, you can go up one last time. Those of you who want, stretch and go down. Uttanasana. Everyone Uttanasana, either full or half Uttanasana. And change the cross of the arms. תחליפו את שילוב הזרועות. שחררו לגמרי את הראש. And then come up. Inhale and come up. If you do half Uttanasana, you have to come up like this. Walk towards the wall and release the hands. Okay, we go back to the center. So take care of whatever you have. Okay, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Bring the feet together. Lift the right leg. Inhale. Exhale, bring it forward. Parshvottanasana. So, if you have blocks, you can use blocks if you need to be higher. You can have your hand on your shin, or you can reach with your fingertips to the floor, whatever is available to you. Yeah, but keep the legs straight. חשוב לשמור את הרגליים ישרות. אפשר ידיים על הרצפה, ידיים על בלוקים, ידיים על השוק, מה שאתם צריכים. Then take the right side of the pelvis back. Lift both inner groins up and stretch the front side of the spine forward. Now once more, make the shoulder blades rectangular, long. Use them to open the chest and to bring the chest forward. Then exhale, bend the elbows and go down. Those of you who have back problems, you can stay with the flat back. Or you can also do it with your hands against the wall. I will just show, okay? For those of you who need to do it, a softer practice. You take one leg forward, one leg back, and you do this pose like this, okay? With your hands high, or with your hands on a chair, on a sofa. Okay, from here, you're gonna come up. Lift again the head, inhale, interlock the thumbs, turn the left side of the pelvis forward, right side of the pelvis back, lift more and more, connecting the tailbone to the pubic bone, lift the entire spine up, make the shoulder blades, once more, long, using the thumbs, תשתמשו בעמודים, למתוח את השכמות, and then exhale and go down, lift the inner groins, Adho Mukha Svanasana. We're going to change sides. Adho Mukha Svanasana, transfer the weight back, then bring the feet together, lift the left leg and bring it forward. רגל שמאל קדימה, stretch both legs, Parshvottanasana, גב קעור קודם. First with the concave back. So the back is straight. Back is straight, I hope mine is straight. Take the left hip back, right hip forward, lift the inner groins, make the shoulder blades long. You have to lift the shoulders, make the shoulder blades long, connect the arms into the shoulders, not to drop, yeah, lift and connect. Make the shoulder blades long, open the chest, open, 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 bring the chest forward, then go down. As you go down, lift the inner groins. כשאתם יורדים, תרימו מפסעות פנימיות. And breathe. Then once more, concave your back. Push the right heel into the floor, inhale and come up. Interlock the thumbs, bring the tailbone to the pubic bones, תביאו את הזנב אל עצמות הפיוביס, אל החלק הקדמי של האגן, and lift the entire spine up. Use your thumbs, the thumbs have to be very potent, הגודלים צריכים להיות מאוד מאוד חזקים, למתוח את השכמות, stretch the shoulder blades, then release the hands and go down, all the way down. Adho Mukha Svanasana, dog pose. Breathe. Of course, if you need to rest, go to Yoga Mudra. אתם צריכים לנוח, Yoga Mudra. One more time. Lift the right leg. Exhale, bring it forward. Parshvottanasana. Concave. Now, listen carefully. You're going to turn to your left. אתם הולכים להסתובב שמאלה. To Prasarita Padottanasana. And stay. If the head doesn't reach the floor, don't worry about it. אל תדאגו אם הראש לא מגיע לרצפה. Just hang it down. Now you keep turning to the left. מסתובבים שוב לשמאל. And you're going to be in Parshvottanasana to the left leg. So you're using this mobility of the legs to turn the pelvis. Now concave your back. And you go to Adho Mukha Svanasana. Take the left leg back, רגל שמאל אחורה. Adho Mukha Svanasana. If you got confused, don't worry. We're going to do it again. Okay? Don't worry. right leg, אם הסתבכתם, אל תדאגו, תכף נעשה את זה שוב. right leg forward, פרשוותנאסנה. רגל ימין קדימה, גב קעור, ניתחו את החזה קדימה. תסתובבו שמאלה, turn to your left, turn towards the inside of your legs, prasarita padottanasana, concave your back, and then bend the elbows and go down. Release the head down. If you reach the floor, good. If not, you will next year, next life, sometime. Push the inner knees out. תכפו את הברכיים הפנימיות כלפי חוץ. Press the feet into the floor. Concave your back one more time. תרימו את הגב, and you turn to your left. תסתובבו לצד שמאל שלכם. To the left leg, פרשוותנאסנה. לפרשוותנאסנה לרגל שמאל, and you go down. אדו מוקה שוונאסנה. left leg back, רגל שמאל אחורה. אדו מוקה שוונאסנה. יוגה מודרה, ברכיים לצדדים ועונות גדולות ביחד, ניתחו את הגב. תשמרו אבל על האורך בצדדים של הגב, keep the length on the sides of your trunk. Okay, one more time, אדו מוקה שוונאסנה. עכשיו, במקום לקחת את הרגל הימנית קדימה לפרשוותנאסנה, אתם תכופפו קצת את הברכיים ותקפצו. Instead of taking the right leg forward, you bend the knees slightly and you jump. Okay, if this is too difficult, you take the right leg forward, as we did before. Take the trunk down and turn to the left. תסתובבו שמאלה, פרסריטה. תסתובבו שמאלה, turn to the left again, פרשוותנאסנה. Now, like scissors, you're going to switch the legs. Ready? Jump, switch. Right leg forward, Parshvottanasana. Turn to your left, Prasarita Padottanasana. Turn to your left, Parshvottanasana. Ready for scissors? Switch. Right leg forward. Turn to the left, Prasarita Padottanasana. Turn to the left, Parshvottanasana. Switch. Last time. Switch. Right leg forward. Turn to the left and you stay. Prasarita Padottanasana. Stay. Stretch the elbows, lift the trunk, and come up. Walk the legs together. Tadasana. Okay, those of you who do headstand, you can go ahead and do headstand now. If not, I will show you what to do. If you have your period, I will show you what to do. אם אתם עושים עמידת ראש, אתם יכולים לעשות עם הקיר, או באמצע החדר, איך שאתם רגילים לעשות. אוקיי? אם אתם עושים עם הקיר, אתם מצמידים את המזרון שלכם אל הקיר, או את השטיח אל הקיר, משלבים את האצבעות, מרפקים ברוחב הכתפיים, ואתם עולים. אלה שלא עושים, וגם הבנות במחזור, אתם תעשו פרסריטה פדוטנאסנה פעם נוספת, אוקיי? ומפה, ידיים אל הרצפה, אתם הולכים עם הידיים קדימה באלכסון, ומשחררים את הראש אל איזושהי תמיכה. אם הוא מגיע לרצפה, שיגיע לרצפה, אבל בדרך כלל צריך איזושהי תמיכה, אז בולסטר או סמיכה. אם יש לכם קיר רחב שאתם יכולים להשתמש בו, אז הרגליים יכולות להיות כנגד הקיר. So those of you who have your period, you go to Prasarita Padottanasana, support the head, and you can actually have also a wall behind your legs to support the legs. If you go to headstand, prepare and go. We're not going to be a long time, so even if you're used to doing headstand just for 1 or 2 minutes, you can join. So go up, stretch well the legs. Again, connect yourself to the stretch of the shoulder blades that we were working on. שוב, מתחו את השכמות, כמו שעבדנו קודם בתחילת השיעור. Stretch well the inner legs. You can separate the legs to stretch the inner legs, use the inner heels, and then bring the legs once again together. Stable yourself in Shirshasana. תייצבו את עצמכם בשirshasana. Those of you who are not doing Shirshasana, whenever you get tired, you can slowly come up and you lie on your back, spreading the legs against the wall. ברגע שאתם מתעייפים מפרסרית פדוטנאסנה, יכולים לשכב על הגב, להרים רגליים על הקיר ולפתוח פיסוק על הקיר. וללחוץ את הרגליים אל הקיר. Now keep the left leg stretched and slowly the right leg down. Halfway. Stretch the inner left leg. Tighten the right front thigh and lift it up. Then come back, שירשאסנה. אם אתם עושים שירשאסנה על הקיר, אתם יכולים לעשות את זה גם. You can also do this on the wall. Keep one leg on the wall, bring the other one down, don't fall. Stretch the right leg and bring the left leg down, halfway. Halfway, open the foot. Give me a high five with your foot to the screen. Not really. Stretch the inner right leg. Lift the front left thigh. Then slowly come back. Stretch both inner legs. Stretch both inner heels. The shoulder blades very long. And then slowly come down. Yoga Mudra. Knees apart, big toes together. Stretch the trunk in Yoga Mudra. Slowly come up. לאט חזרו. Those of you who are on the wall, you can come back. Is what you're used to doing, which is this. This you know from the classes, the beginners. Yeah, but then open the legs this way. So you bring the inner groins to the wall. This is what I was explaining to do if you're not doing headstand. Okay, Dandasana. Sit with your legs forward. If you need some to sit straight, use it. Pull the butt back. So sit on any support that you need, as long as the sacrum is inside the pelvis and perpendicular to the floor. Push the thighs down. If you use the support, you sit on the edge like this. Push the thighs down. Lift the chest up. Move the chest away from the thighs, thighs away from the chest. Again, make the shoulder blades long. Now interlock the thumbs and stretch the arms up. Urdhva Dandasana. Use the thumbs to stretch the shoulder blades. Press the thighs down, lift the chest. Now open the chest, bring the chest forward. The head back, don't push the head forward, legs down. See that this is the lightest portion of the legs where the knees are. So press the knees down, especially the top knees, press them down and open well the feet. Elongate the inner heels away from you to keep the inner legs long. Now see that also in this pose, you have to take the inner groins deep into the pelvis. Do it now. Move the inner groins back. Then we change the interlock and one more time, go up. Use the sides of the trunk. Use all of your fingers to lift. Push the thighs down. Lift the chest. Lift, lift, lift. Now bring the chest forward and breathe. Then exhale and release. Dandasana. Shoulders back. Breathe. Okay, you're going to open a little bit between the legs. תפתחו קצת בין הרגליים. Once more, pull the inner groins back. Then you inhale and lift. Lift the arms. Exhale and you come to your feet. If you cannot reach your feet, use a belt if you have. You put the belt around your feet and you hold. If you don't have anything, you can just hold the shins. Okay, but see that you are not rolling the back, making the back round, but keeping it straight. Now, the more you want to come forward, the more you have to take the inner groins deeply back. אז תחזיקו איפה שאתם יכולים, וככל שאתם רוצים לבוא עוד, watch this movement. The more you take the inner groins back, the more you can bend the body from the trunk, keep the back straight, and go forward. Then bend the elbows and try to bring yourself forward without rolling the back as much as you can. If you cannot, stay with the elbows straight. Then slowly come back, cross your legs, turn to the right, just to release the back, turn to the left, click, change the cross, turn to your right, turn to your left. Good. Now you take a chair, whatever chair you have, doesn't have to be a yoga chair. If you don't have any chair around, that's a problem because you need chairs in the house to sit on. But if there is no chair available, everyone is sitting on all the chairs, use a couch. Okay, you can lift your leg on the edge of a couch. So, have a chair. You're gonna lift the right leg. Now do it facing you. Okay? You're gonna lift your right leg on one side of the chair. You need space between the legs with no chair. So doing it like this will not be good because the chair is blocking me. I'm moving to the edge of the chair, lifting my right leg to a 90-degree angle. The space between the feet is like the space of the pelvis. And from here, I want to go down, to bend down like I did in Dandasana, with minimum rolling the back, keeping the back long. So I'm going to use my hands to push the right thigh down and bring the trunk forward. As you do this, your right butt will want to go up and it will want to come forward. Watch that you're not letting your right butt do those things. Okay, so bring the trunk forward, move the right butt down, move the right butt back, and don't let your knee fall out. Keep the knee in. Then you take both arms inside the right leg and you start going down. It's okay as long as you keep releasing your inner groins and going down from the inner groins. Don't hold on to your chair, okay? Try to release the arms. Doesn't matter if you're here, it's fine. It's a process. You slowly release and go down, slowly release and go down. Press the ball of the big toe in the right foot into the chair. By the way, if you're doing this practice with another person, they can be on the other side of the chair. That way you use only one chair. Keep the left leg perpendicular and release the head. You have to take your time here to allow the groins to open, to allow the groins to deepen. But this really educates the pelvis to bend from the pelvis. Educates the body to bend from the pelvis and not from the back. Inhale and come up. Change. So take the right leg down. If you want between the sides, you can just quickly go to Uttanasana to feel the difference between the legs. You'll feel that the right leg is longer, it's more back, it's more into the pelvis. The back of the right leg is more open. You can feel these things, and then you go to the other side. Lift the left leg, 90 degrees. Press the front of the left thigh down. Take the trunk forward. Keep the back straight and long. And then you take the left arm inside the leg, keep the knee straight, and you start to go down. Keep the left butt down and back. Push the left butt down and back. אל תיתנו לישבן השמאלי להתרומם או לבוא קדימה. תורידו אותו ותדחפו אותו לאחור ושחררו את הצוואר ואת הראש. And breathe. You have to really exhale and release the tension to allow the body to open. The breath is a very good tool to control our inner tensions, our inner resistances. תשתמשו בנשימה. נשימה היא כלי חשוב כדי לנהל את ההתנגדויות הפנימיות שלנו, את המתחים הפנימיים שלנו. Then inhale and come back. Stand a few moments. The back of the legs get very open when we work on the groins. One more time. So lift the right leg. פעם נוספת, אם אתם עושים את זה על הספה, פשוט תרימו את הרגל על הקצה של הספה. צריך שהברך תהיה פחות או יותר בגובה. And you need to in a chair, obviously. Maybe put something on it. Then push the right thigh down. Go with the trunk forward. I will show this time from the side. You can stay. Okay. So right leg is up. And you go with the trunk forward like this. Then the right arm goes in and you go down. Don't hold on to the chair. אל תחזיקו את הכיסא. פשוט תמתחו את הידיים למטה. Just release the arms down. They won't necessarily reach the floor. Don't worry. This is abnormal to touch the floor. So if they reach the floor, you are lucky. But if not, you are still doing the correct action. It takes time to create that. Slowly come up. Just stand for a few moments. Also, if you get dizzy from the head being down, you just stand straight, breathe, and change. Last time, last side. Lift the left leg, so 90 degrees. Push the top of the thigh down. Take the butt back and down. Don't let it come up. We'll want to do this, especially if the most important thing for you to definitely do something like this to help you touch the floor. So don't worry about touching the floor. Keep the butt in line with the other butt, not going up, not going out, and just reach down to wherever is the truth. Be in your satya, in the truth. Release the head, inner resistances. One last exhalation. Then slowly come back up. You can put the chair away. And we're going to go one more time to Dandasana. What we just did, you can use your belt, your blankets, whatever you need. But with this action, this idea, what the chair created as we went down, we want to keep this idea in the Dandasana now. So feet a little bit spread. You're going to pull the butt back, and the butt should pull the inner groin back as well to make the inner groins deep. Then stretch the arms up, stretch the shoulder blades. Inhale. With the exhalation, go and catch your feet, your shins, your belt, whatever you can. Your kid. Yeah, lift the chest, open the chest. Now pushing the inner groins deep in. Deepening the inner groins, take the trunk forward. So don't think about going down. It's not this, right? You think about going forward, like you want to place your head over your feet. Of course, it won't happen, but this is a good idea to keep you going forward. And the inner groins back, like you want to slide the inner groins on the blanket. Bend the elbows to the sides if you can manage, to pull the trunk more and more forward, and open the feet. If you're holding the feet, open the feet and press them into the hands. Keep moving forward, not down. Come up. Cross your legs in Sukhasana. Turn to the right. Just very gently. Don't stress the twist now. It's a very gentle twist just to release tension from the lower back. Other side. If you hear click, it's nice. It's a good sound. Sound of freedom, as Faik Birya says. Freedom in the body. Turn to the right. Click. Turn to the left. Okay. Now stretch the legs one more time forward. And you're going to bend the right leg for Janu Shirshasana. So you practically bend the knee to the right. Open the knee to the right. And the foot will come close to the left inner thigh. I want to take the knee out, a little bit out and back, so that the right thigh can roll out. This is the first thing. My toes of the right foot are pointing to my left thigh, and the foot is just dropped down. I'm not actively opening it. It's not in Tadasana. It's just relaxed, more on the back side of the foot. אז הברך פתוחה הצידה כדי שהירך תתגלגל החוצה, וכף הרגל הרפויה, הבעונות מצביעות אל הירך, לא העקב. Then with my left leg, I want to create that same depth in the inner groins. So I'm going to take the left butt back, and I'm using my fingers to deepen the inner groin. כן, המשכו את הישבן לאחור, ישבן של רגל שמאל, מפסעה שמאלית פנימית לאחור. Then I'm just holding the left thigh and gently twisting to the left. תחזיקו את הירך השמאלית, ובעדינות תתפתלו לשמאל, עם הרעיון לא לתת לרגל הימנית להיסגר, אבל כן לסובב חזרה את האגן כך שהוא יפנה לרגל השמאלית. So without letting the right knee close, very gently turn the pelvis so that it faces more the left leg. Then stretch the right arm up, יד ימין למעלה, אותה you catch whatever you can catch, okay? The important thing is that you hold on to something, then, which is a poetic thing to say, no? And then turn the right thigh out and turn the abdomen and the pelvis to the left. היד השמאלית שלי תומכת איפה שאני צריכה אותה, איפה שהיא עוזרת לי. So I'm supporting with my left hand wherever I need. If I'm here, I will support here. If I'm here, I will support here. You will feel wherever you need to support, so that you can stretch the spine deep in the left groin and turn the body towards the left leg. סובבו את הגב לכיוון רגל שמאל, אבל בו זמנית גם בואו קדימה, blankets, without blankets, whatever you need. Bend the left leg out. כופפו עכשיו את רגל שמאל, right leg straight, turn the left thigh out, and then hold with your left hand the right thigh, תחזיקו עם יד שמאל את ירך ימין, וסובבו בעדינות את האגן לכיוון הרגל הימנית. תשימו לב שאתם יושבים ישר, אם אתם מתחילים להתכווץ, זה פשוט סימן שאתם צריכים לשבת גבוה יותר. אז אפשר לשים עוד כמה מגבות, עוד כמה סמיכות. ואז תמתחו את יד שמאל, stretch the left arm up, and you go to the opposite. It's opposite arm and leg, and it's okay to do it on your period. The abdomen is open. אז אתם מחזיקים יד שמאל את כף רגל ימין ומסובבים את האגן. See that the head is not approaching the chest. The head should move away from the chest to allow the chest to... And turn the trunk towards the right leg and bend the elbow, move the trunk over the right leg with the idea you want to go past the right leg. Past the right leg. Then you slowly come back. Stretch the leg. If you've stocked on toilet paper, you can keep some toilet papers near so you can use them as support. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Lifting the thighs, pushing the thighs back. Godasana. Lift the right leg and bring it far forward so it's in line with your hands. I will show also from the other direction. Then you open the right knee to the side and you come to sit. Now, of course, the body will tilt to the left. As you come to sit, the body will tilt to the right like this, if you come down. So I want to support my right butt to keep both sides of the pelvis in line. And this is pain in the hips, so don't be worried if you feel this pain here in the hips because it's a very strong hip opener. You stay, and I will show also from this side. So as I take my right leg forward, it goes all the way to the line of the hands, and then I open my knee. To sit, I'm going to fall to my right hip. So instead of falling, I support the right hip, then my hips are squared. Okay, and you go forward. If there is any tension or pain in the right knee, take another blanket and support under the right knee. Okay, don't leave it in the air with tension. Slowly come back. We're going to do the other side. Okay, Adho Mukha Svanasana. I'm just switching sides so you see the leg I'm taking forward, but you can stay where you are. Lift the left leg and bring it forward. רגל שמאל עכשיו קדימה. It goes very far forward. So if it doesn't come, you took it to here, walk until you can reach the line of your hands. Open the knee to the sides and then go down. So to not fall on your left pelvis, support the left pelvis. You put a blanket under the left butt. The knee is sticking out a little bit. It's not in line with the trunk. הברך השמאלית קצת בולטת החוצה, היא לא בקו עם הגב. And you stretch forward. Breathe. Stretch the shoulder blades. Stretch the spine. Now if you're here, אל תישארו עצורים עם עצירות בתנוחה. תשתחררו עם הגב קדימה. Then slowly come back. Adho Mukha Svanasana. One more time. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, lift the right leg. Exhale, take it forward. Bend the right knee to the side and go down. Now you're going to put the support for your right butt. התמיכה תהיה לרגל הימנית, לישבן הימנית. רגל שמאל ישרה. Left leg is very straight and you go forward. Godasana. The front of the pelvis and front of the trunk should turn to the right. You can use your right arm and bend it to help the trunk turn to the right. הגב, החלק הקדמי של הגב והאגן צריכים להסתובב ימינה. אז אפשר לכופף את יד ימין כדי לעזור להם להתגלגל. והירך הימנית מתגלגלת החוצה. Right thigh is rolling out, absolutely out. Other side, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Then take the left leg forward, so lift it,
Bring it forward, bend it to the side, go down, support your left butt to have the hips parallel, stretch your right leg, and go. Go with the idea that you don't want to turn to the right, but you want to turn to the left. So watch what I'm doing with my left hand. I'm pushing it into the floor to help me turn. Then stretch the arm. And this was a very difficult pose for me, but I did it every day to help myself open up into it. So if you are feeling a lot of difficulty and pain in the pose, don't worry. It's always like this in the beginning. It's because our hips are very closed. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Then walk forward, Uttanasana. ואפשר לשבת על הרבה גובה, ואז זה הרבה פחות קשה. You can sit on a lot of height. I will show you once how you do it with a bolster. Then it's much more comfortable, much more bearable. So when you do it on a bolster, you take the leg forward and you really sit on the bolster like this. So my left butt is on from where you see my right butt is on the bolster. My left isn't, but it's horizontal. And it's helping me. So take your blanket, support the butt. Also, you can do it without, also you can do it with more. So notice that in Godasana, we took the leg forward and the right thigh rolled out. And then we wanted to turn our hips, not to the bent leg, but to the other leg and go forward. So it's a similar action in terms of the hips. Take the right knee back, turn the hips. And this time, think of the line between the legs. Don't go all the way to the left leg, which might tense the abdomen. But think of the diagonal line between the two legs. תחשבו עכשיו, לא ללכת עם הגב עד הרגל השמאלית, אלא על הקו האלכסוני שבין שתי הרגליים, and you start to go forward to this line. And it doesn't matter if you only went here, or if you only went here, but you start to take your hips in that line, rolling the right thigh out, keeping the right knee back. You can even place your hand here at the beginning, and then you slowly come diagonal. The point now is to keep the abdomen soft. Okay, אז תבואו קדימה באלכסון. עכשיו אם יש לכם בולסטר, בנות במחזור, זה מצוין לעשות ככה, ממש להישען על הבולסטר. גם פתיחה טובה לאגן, גם מאוד מרגיע ברגע שאתם מניחות את הראש. So if you want and you have a bolster, you can use it like this. Those of you who have your period, it's nice. And then okay, so it doesn't matter if you reach the foot or not. If you reach the foot, you can hold the foot with both hands. If not, you just have your hands wherever you are. But you very softly turn the abdomen now, turn the hips now, like in Godasana. And then you slowly come back up. If you have any tension in the back, just stay with your belt, with the back straight, or hands on your shin, or hands by your sides like this. Change. Last time, right leg straight. Practice of forward bends. This type of poses are called forward bends. And it's just the beginning, so it's okay for beginners to experience this type. It's not intense for settle the brain. So in these types of situations, it's important, to use the forward bends to kind of calm ourselves. So roll the left leg out, and now take the left knee back, and like in Godasana, you're going to go forward, but in the diagonal line between watch the 2 points, right foot and left knee. Then the point in between them, that's the line you're going to go forward on. So try to go forward with the abdomen relaxed, with the back soft and relaxed, then you go forward. First, you go forward as much as you can, and you breathe there. You can use a bolster, a blanket. You can also just go down as you are. Take a few breaths there, then you slowly start to walk towards your right leg, but wherever you are, in terms of the line on the leg. If you reach all the way to the foot, you can hold the foot, you can interlock the fingers, you can hold one of the wrists, and this is the full pose, Janu Shirshasana. Elbows are, if you're holding the foot, elbows are bent and lifted. If you're here, just keep rolling the abdomen and relaxing there, and keeping the back soft, and keeping the chest open and the shoulder blades long, keeping the groins deep, lots of things to keep. Then come up. Paschimottanasana, so the last forward bend. Those of you who are familiar with the pose, you can bring your legs together and you can go to the full pose. So hold the feet, bend the elbows and go down. Those of you who are more fragile with the back, you can use a chair like this. Okay, so you can use a chair for your head, first of all. I showed this also in other videos that I sent. You can do like this. Okay, this is one option. You can, of course, lift the butt. You can do the other way, especially if the chair is against the wall. It's safer so it doesn't move. And you lift the butt very high. You can do this on a couch or on a chair. And you go down like this. You can have your bolster, if you have, on your legs and go down with your head on the bolster. Okay, so these are a few other options you can experience. And you can also just stay with your back concave now, holding the belt and lifting the chest. Those of you who are in full Paschimottanasana, relax the abdomen, relax the ribs of the back, and move the spine forward and the inner groins back. Slowly come back. Okay, we're going to twist again to relieve the back in Baldvajasana. So 2 options, and we're also going to do twice each side, so you can do the 2 options. This is because some of you don't have a chair, some of you do. Some of you are more flexible or less sensitive in the back. So classical Baldvajasana, legs are together in Vajrasana. And then if you have a blanket, it's good. You can keep a blanket near you. You're going to take both feet to the left, like this. Place them beside the butt, okay? So the left foot is on top of the right foot, but both knees are down. Now you see that the pelvis is tilted. So I'm going to use a blanket. It's a Baldvajasana Klasi. This is classical Baldvajasana. I use the blanket to lift the right side of the hips to keep them square as much as I can. Yeah? Then you're going to inhale, lift the chest, exhale, turn to the right. So left hand is holding the right thigh and you're twisting to the right. It's a very, should be now very soft twist, turning the abdomen, turning the lower back, turning the pelvis. And the head is straight and lifted. So this is one option, stay here. The other option, and you can also do both, is going to be chair Baldvajasana. Baldvajasana in kise. So you sit on the side of the chair, you hold the backrest, and you turn. אתם יכולים לעשות את שתי האפשרויות בגלל שאנחנו נעשה פעמיים לכל צד. So I'm going to do with the people on the floor now and then with the people on the chair. Slowly come back. Do the other side. Vajrasana. Those of you who went into the chair later, you stay a little bit more. You take the feet to the left, to the right, sorry. You take the feet to the right because we turn to the left. Those of you who are doing with the chair, now the backrest is towards your left. I'm going to turn to the left. Okay, blanket is for the butt, and I also need the blanket to put my left hand on when I turn. So inhale, you can inhale, lift the chest, or inhale, stretch the arms and lift the chest, and then you turn. Right hand on your left thigh, left hand behind you. Inhale, lift the chest, lift the head. Exhale, turn the pelvis. Turn the lower abdomen to the left. Then turn the lower back from left to right. אז סובבו את הבטן התחתונה שמאלה, ואז סובבו את הגב התחתון משמאל לימין, כדי עוד להעמיק את הפיתול. תישארו עם המשקל על הישבן הימני. Stay with your weight on your right butt. Take the right butt down. And turn to your left. Lift the chin, lift the chest, and turn. No tension in the abdomen. בלי מתח בבטן. Slowly come back. The worst thing you can do when you're twisting is hold the abdomen, because then you will not penetrate into the abdomen, into the organs, and create that benefit of the twist, okay? To squeeze the blood vessels, to create a better blood flow. And of course, the tension in the brain, my God, yeah? Okay, so you do one more time. You can do one more time on the floor, or you can use a chair. So if you use a chair, you sit with your backrest on the right. And you stretch the arms, inhale, exhale, hold the backrest. Inhale, lift the chin, lift the chest. Exhale, you're going to turn the lower abdomen to the right and the lower back to the left. Don't let the legs turn, so instead press your right knee into the left knee and keep both feet equally pressing into the floor. Keep the shoulders down, k'tafayim lemata. One more time, inhale, lift the chin, lift the chest. Exhale, turn. Last time, inhale, lift the chin, lift the chest. Exhale, turn. Slowly come back. Other side. Okay, turn the chair. I left something on the stove. Okay, see, I'm a normal person who left something on the stove. Okay, chair on your left, stretch the arms up. Inhale, and with an exhalation, turn. Press the left knee into the right knee. Press the feet into the floor. Relax the shoulders down. Inhale, exhale. Turn the abdomen to the left. Turn the lower back from left to right and breathe. See that your spine's stretching. Keep stretching up. By the way, the height of the chair needs to be the height of your hips. So you can either lift the feet or lift the hips to balance that height. Okay, press the left knee into the right knee and turn. Focus on the turn in the lower back, lower abdomen turning to the left, lower back turning to the right. And keep the abdomen soft. Don't squeeze, hold the abdomen. Then slowly come back. Sit on the chair. Those of you who are not with a chair and you don't want to use the chair, you can just do soft yoga mudra in Vajrasana. And those of you who are with the chair, you sit on the edge and you do yoga mudra inside the chair. So you walk the hands forward and you release the head down like this. If you want to intensify this pose, you can walk back, and if you have the option, it depends on what kind of chair you're using. You can stretch the arms back and hold the back legs. We'll move this so you can see better. Or you can also just stay here. Then slowly come back. Sit. Just take a few breaths. Okay. We're going to do Salabha Sarvangasana. So it's shoulder stand. Now, you can also end the practice a different way, because for shoulder stand, you have to have some height for the shoulders. So some bolsters, blankets, or towels. The other options will be Setu Bandha, like I showed in the last classes, where you just take a bolster or anything you make out to be a bolster, like roll towels or whatever, and you sit, lie back, and then you slide back so the shoulders are down and the legs are straight like this. You can also, if you have a sensitive back, lift the legs on another height. Okay, the other option is just to lie on your back with the legs up the wall, like I showed before. Or you can take a chair and you can do Shavasana with a chair like this. Those of you who are doing shoulder stand, you go ahead and prepare for shoulder stand. You put your height and you prepare. Okay, so you can also just do a long Shavasana with your legs lifted on the chair like this. Legs up the wall, so those are the options. Of course, girls who have their period, the best thing would be to do Setu Bandha. And anyway, you don't do inversions. So you either do Setu Bandha, you can do one of the suptas, Supta Baddha Kotsana, Supta Virasana, or just go to Shavasana. So, shoulders down. We're going to do again, not a very long shoulder stand. So, even if you don't feel too comfortable in the pose, you can join. Okay, and you need a belt, of course, for your arms. So, belt is the width of the shoulders, like this. Okay? Now I'm going to remind you in the pose, this length that we created in the shoulder blades, in the first poses. So place the belt on above the elbows, on the lower arms, and then you're going to lie back with your shoulders 2 fingers from the edge of the blankets, like this. Head straight. Do not turn your head to see me. If you are in shoulder stand, you have to keep the head straight and just listen, okay? Or you can watch me a different time. This will be recorded. You can watch me a different time if you need. Banana, don't turn the head when you're in shoulder stand. So roll with your feet to the floor or to the chair, whatever you have. Interlock the thumbs, stretch the arms, and go to the top of the shoulder crest, moving the shoulders away from the neck. Lift the buttock bones high up. Then fix the belt so it's on your elbows. Don't let it go above the elbows. It should absolutely be on the elbows. And never more narrow than the width of your shoulders. Can be a little bit more wide, but never more narrow. Then for me, it's the best to hold the skin. So I'm moving the shirt, but you don't have to do this. And I'm supporting as low as I can, fingers pointing towards the spine. And then you go with both legs up, bent or straight, or one leg at a time. But it's better to go with both legs. And stretch the legs up. Bring the tailbone in. Stretch the front thighs. So we'll be about 2-3 minutes in Sanam Sarvangasana. Those of you who are more advanced practitioners and are used to doing a long Sanam Sarvangasana, just stay in the pose after we go down. And you make the practice a little bit longer for yourself. And try to move the legs back so they are not on top of your head, but more towards the line of your elbows. Stretch the feet, open the feet. Lift the inner edges of the legs, inner lines of the legs up. Flatten the front thighs. The front thighs start to become very lazy in Sanam Sarvangasana. You have to stretch the heels and push the front thighs back to flatten them. Don't do this pose without height for your shoulders also, okay? If you don't have anything to use, by the way, you can try to take the pillow that you sit on the couch, the couch the tapestry, what's it called? It's not the word. Anyway, the pillow that you sit on the couch, if you can remove it and no one will get angry with you, then use it for Sanam Sarvangasana. Sometimes it works well. Okay, so you have to improvise a bit. But if you don't have anything, don't do the pose. You'll just end up with neck pain. You have to support your neck properly. Okay? Those who have had enough, you can go to Halasana. The rest of you, Ekapada Sarvangasana, so keep the left leg up and take the right leg down. You can stop halfway, lift the right thigh, or you can go all the way down and lift the right thigh, of course. Keep the right thigh lifted, right hip lifted, and the right arm. Then again, stretch your left leg and push the left thigh back. Lift the right leg back up. Change. Stretch the right leg, take the left leg down. Keep the back of the neck long. The girls in Setu Bandha, if it's enough for you, you can girls, boys in Setu Bandha, you can carefully slide back and just rest on your back
with your legs crossed on the bolster. Ekapada Sarvangasana, the other leg is down now, left leg is down, right leg is stretched up, and flatten the front of the right thigh. Then come back up, and you go with both legs to Halasana. You can again bend the legs to go down, or go back with straight legs. Just one last minute in Halasana. Stretch the arms, lift the buttock bones, roll the shoulders out, roll the arms out, press the shoulders down, lift the sides of the trunk, stretch the legs, lift the knees, stretch the inner heels. Those of you with your legs up the wall, now you can cross your legs, roll to your right side, wait a little bit on your right side. Okay, Halasana people, take the belt off, support the butt, and slowly come back. Holding the butt, keeping the head down. Take a few breaths. People who cross their leg, bolster or on the wall, you change the cross now. Take another few breaths. And then everyone turn to the side. Support with your hand to come up to sit. And you're going to prepare for Shavasana. So, for Shavasana, first of all, make sure that you have a quiet atmosphere. If it's a noisy atmosphere, try to arrange for Shavasana. Then see that you have a clean space. So if there is props around you, move them aside. See that nothing will restrict your movement. Okay, the arms have to be in a way that the armpits are open and the armpits are aerated. They can breathe. Okay, so never like this. Never the Shavasana is like this. Also, we don't want to lift the arms too high up because you see the tension in the shoulders. So the arms are usually about 45 degrees from the body. Yeah, this is a strange movement I made up. Okay, so we're going to support the head. It's not necessary, but it helps. It helps lengthen the back of the neck. You can also put a very thin support. You can also not use a support. But it's also nice to have something soft under the head. It allows the head to release. Think about lying in a very hard platform as opposed to lying in a very soft platform. The body releases. The brain, in the same way, releases. Okay, the muscles inside the head release better. Always lie with your legs bent. If you have any pain in the lower back, you use the chair for your legs as well. Okay, if you have lots of light, put something on your eyes. Cover the eyes, because if the light is penetrating through the eyelids, you won't be able to relax also. So lengthen the back of the neck away towards the back of the head. Lengthen the buttocks away from the lower back. Then press the elbows down to make the shoulder blades one more time long. And then release the arms to the sides. Roll towards your thumbs. תתגלגלו אל העקודלים לכמה רגעים כדי לפתוח את הכתפיים. See that there is enough space between your body and your arms so that their armpits are open. And then stretch the legs one by one without losing the directions you created. I'm moving a little bit because my heels are off the mat. And if you want the body to become more and more sensitive, this thing is a barrier. Okay, you want the entire body to be on one platform. Then I gently release the legs out. Take a deep inhalation, and with the next exhalation, close your eyes and completely relax your face. Start to relax the skin of the face, skin of the forehead, skin of the temples, skin of the cheeks. Drop the skin of the cheeks. And completely relax the lips, spreading each lip separately from the center line to the edges. Relax more and more the teeth. Relax more and more the gums. Relaxing the gums, try to feel how you are relaxing the roots of the teeth. So the teeth are becoming even more relaxed. And the more the gums, the teeth, the lips can relax, the more the jaws start to release and let go. So you can gradually feel all the tension that we are holding inside the jaws starting to melt away. We hold the jaws most of the day while we are talking, while we are chewing, and just from inner tension. So you take that time, take that long time that you need to relax completely the jaws and let them drop, let them melt. Then start to bring the eyes towards the back of the skull. So the eyes are moving deep into the eye sockets, melting in. Relax completely the eyelids, the eyelashes. Relax completely the eyebrows. Spread the eyebrows away from each other. Right eyebrow to the right and the left eyebrow to the left. Expanding more and more the skin that is between the eyebrows. And feel that area between the eyebrows. Imagine you have a third eye in that area. And as your real eyes are closed, close that third eye as well. And release that third eye also deep into the skull. So that area between the eyebrows is becoming more and more soft, more and more deep, like you have infinite space between the eyebrows. With the next exhalation, drop the entire body into the floor. Imagine you are melting the body into the floor. Drop the muscles, drop the bones, and soften the entire skin of the body. See that you are softening this, that you become sensitive to the movement of the air around you, to the touch of the skin against the floor, against your clothes, against the air. Skin becomes more and more soft, more and more sensitive. And the senses are moving in, retracting. Take one more inhalation, and with a deep exhalation, surrender to your Shavasana. Drop the body into the floor, relax completely. Very slowly, bring your hands one by one back to the trunk. Bend your legs one by one. Then very slowly roll to your right side and stay comfortable and soft on your right side with your eyes closed. And very slowly, you can sit back up. That will be all for today. Thank you very much for joining, and we'll see you in